Welcome to the Washdown podcast, episode number 38. And today we have Elliot Alexander on the show, and he has been in the fire service for 17 years. We actually went through the fire academy together. We talk about a little bit of everything about the need for CPAP machines for firefighters, all the way down to, well, you name it, we talk about it. We had a great time shooting this episode, and I hope you have a great time watching it. So enjoy episode number 38 of the Washdown podcast.
How everybody isn't diagnosed with it. Like, I feel like if you gave the world a sleep test, 80% you could say it too.
Kind of what the thought that just kind of hit me was, how many guys on the job have that? It seems more common than not.
Well, you have those that are able to sleep and don't have any problems. I mean, they can come in right to work. Actually, I know some puffer people who come in and they can fall asleep. Right, I know a medic that can sleep all day and all night. And sometimes he missed lunch. So I know when it's, it's like do you don't get enough sleep at home? And he sleeps says, I sleep great at home. When you come into work, I'm so tired. Go upstairs and go to sleep. And he'll miss lunch, but every now and then he'll miss a call. But he still is able to come back to sleep. Now for me, I take night meds because I have to. I need something to help me sleep because my sleep schedule, 17 years in, sleep schedule is so screwed up.
Yeah. And
then when you work a 48-hour shift, even more screwed up, especially with the busy station. So it's a lot of times I come back and we come back from a call in the middle of the night. It may take me a while to go back to sleep, or I may just be up for the rest of the night, depending on what time it is.
I'm just waiting for the day they're like, hi, welcome to the fire department. Here's your HR packet. Here's your little gear bag. Here's your CPAP.
Well, I don't need this right now. You're going to need it in time. Trust me, you will.
Dude, my old station, like pretty much all of C shift had one. The driver and the firefighters, they all had one. A lot of guys on B shift had it. I don't know A shift if they did or not, but yeah, it seems fairly common now for guys to have it. I mean, and then I'm pretty sure we all know the same guy, but there's a guy that actually had to leave the field because of it. Mm-hmm. He's in the fire investigator's office now. He was turning blue.
But you're right, though, Elliot. Like, that 48-hour shift, and especially, like, in all seriousness, like, with those, like, even on, like, busy ambulances and stuff, you do, and I've done them. I've done 7 days straight, and it's crazy after about that 2 to 3 range, how it just starts compiling. Mm-hmm. Like, oh, I got like an hour of sleep. You're like, when? I guess it was a couple days ago. And it just, by the end of it, you're like, I'm ready to die now for about 12 hours.
Yeah.
And I mean, as you come on, I mean, the more time you spend on the job, and I mean, when we first came on, overtime was like the lottery.
Oh yeah.
And now you can get it
once every 3-4 months.
Yeah. And we used to do those. Yeah, I can do 4 days in a row, and be somewhat okay. Yeah, I may be on a truck, but it's, being ambulance qualified, I always I can go to the ambulance, and work that sometimes too, which happens. But your body's used to that because you're young, you're able to do that, and it's like, let's go. I'm eager to make this money and do this. But as you get older, think about it, man, these 48 hours kind of suck. And you think to yourself, man, I just did 48. Now, it's different if I'm coming, well, it doesn't make a difference either way if I'm coming off a shift onto another shift or a shift before. It's just that 48-hour just rush of calls and everything else. And you, like I said, for those that can't sleep well like me, some of those days can be kind of long and rough. I try to get a nap in during the day. Doesn't usually happen. But even if I do get a nap in, that means I can't sleep at night.
Yeah.
I take my night meds. I'm sitting there tossing and turning for a good 45 minutes to an hour, and then bells go off. Whether it's what a rig is for, it's going to wake you up, and you're going to listen for it, and then okay, let's see if I can go back to sleep. But it sucks,
Yeah.
I mean, when I retire, would I have a regular sleep schedule? Would I go back to sleep I had before? No, because my body for so many years has been trained, So our biggest thing is I tell people, I said, you want to play a trick on your spouse that's a fireman. Take a pot and a spoon, turn lights on, and bang the hell out of it. You know.
Yeah.
On the hand on sleep. Watch them get up. You know,
yeah.
like, oh my gosh.
Watch them run into the wall.
Yeah. Like, we got a call. You know, that's a good joke to play. So
Whenever we were in our old house, we had an office right by our living room.
Yeah.
Kind of like we do here, but it was real close. I'm laying on the couch one day, and, you know, it's between that like 1 and 3 o'clock. My wife was at home. I'm laying there kind of dozing off, sleeping a little bit. Mm-hmm. She starts printing something out. Dude, I flew up off of the couch, ran right into the wall, and she's like, "What is going on with you?" And I'm like, "We got a call." Oh no, I'm at home.
Yeah.
I've done it too. Like, been taking a nap, and I remembered it was Fresh Prince was on TV, and it was just they were at the school, and the bell went off at the school. And I'm like, wide awake. That or like, or you know, like literally, if the wind hits the window just right and the perfect pitch matches the bell in my own house, I'm like wide awake.
Yeah.
It's like Pavlov's dog.
Yeah, I'm like, this is not healthy.
Yeah. We are conditioned. And my wife and I were talking about it the other day, and I was on the phone with her whenever I was getting ready to go to bed, and the bells went off for the ambulance. Mm-hmm. And she's like, "What does that do to you every time the bells go off?" And I was like, "Well, it's kind of loud. They're right by my bunk, but like my whole body tenses up." Mm-hmm. And it's like, you know, and then, okay, it's not for us. Or, you know, even if it is for us, I get a little bit of, you know, it's just that initial shock of the bells going off. That's like,
You know what my favorite is though? Is like when the bells go off and they already start dispatching it before the bells are done. And like, as the bells stop, you just hear this, dude, like, oh, it's happening.
Yeah.
But
so Elliot, thanks for coming to the show.
Oh man, thanks for the invite.
Yeah. So
before we get started, it's first one ever. You know, so you got it's my first podcast ever live.
we're breaking your podcast virginity.
You are, man. You know,
we'll be gentle.
Other firemen, man.
Hey man, so we record everything. It's not live right now.
Yeah.
So
we're
you get like
recording
3
it,
weeks
so.
to stress about it before.
Yeah.
Oh, I ain't stressed about anything.
Yeah. Oh, so let's start at the beginning, man.
All right.
So
When we walk back in the house?
Yeah.
From the beginning?
Yeah,
You know?
from the beginning.
Now, let me get the intro music back up.
So, you know, what made you want to be a fireman?
You know, they were hiring, man. I just thought I'd put my application in and see what happens.
Best answer I think we've had so far.
I wanted to.
Well,
You know, I have a
kind of needed a job, so.
You know, I'm from San Diego, born and raised.
Yeah.
And I had a great cousin who was on San Diego Fire Department for 30 years. So,
Just don't say where we work. We don't say that.
Yeah.
I should have told you that before.
yeah,
So.
he was on San Diego Fire Department for 30 years. So, back in 2004, I got a good friend on the department. He was a driver at the time. And he was like, hey, we're doing some hiring, this and that. And at that point in time in life, I was debating whether to move. I was debating whether to move back to California or stay in the Midwest. So I kind of put it up to God, say, hey, you know, if this is what it is, this is meant to be. Put my application in, did everything, and then got hired on. I got put on the list. Now, if you remember, I was the older motherfucker in the class.
Yeah.
So when the list came out, you know, when the hired list came out, I was 29. And then when they activated the list, I turned 30. And then when we started academy class, I was 31. So,
Yep.
you know, so it was just like, hey, it's meant to be. 17 years later, man, I don't weigh the same as I did when I came through academy, you know, but I still enjoy the job. You know, I still love what I do. And that's the biggest thing, even this much in and everything that you have seen and gone through on this job at 17 years, I still love what I do. Still love the people I work with, you know, being able to crack jokes, have fun, just that camaraderie. that's the best thing, still. So
Yeah.
but you gotta have the shit talking. You gotta have the balls busting and stuff like that. The jokes and the pranks and everything. That's what makes a job.
Yeah, I think the culture of it, and if you're on the outside looking in, a lot of people don't get it.
Yeah.
But I think there's something about, what we do, and I think it just kind of goes hand in hand. Because it's not very different from, how police officers interact with each other and military people interact with each other. And I think it's just, maybe it's a coping mechanism or something like that, or it could just be that whole locker room mentality, because typically it's a male dominated field.
Yeah.
And you put a bunch of basically 8th grade boys together, because we're all stuck in that, none of us have ever really grown up.
Oh, no. Especially when you have water fights with other stations, or you play pranks. I remember when I was at another station for 11 and a half years, kids used to come through. We used to, especially at nighttime, I had this Jason mask that glue in the dark. So we truck come back for the pumper. I go in there, jump in guy's bed, put my mask on, and everything, just lay there. And he comes in the room, he's like, "Oh, hell no." It's just certain things that we do, it's just the games instead that we play.
Yeah.
And to the new people, and some of the old people. Some of the old salty dogs just on the job. It's just a little, as we call them, fuck games.
This breaks up the monotony.
It does. Then you have some that can dish it out, and you have some that can't take it. And it's like, well, you can't be that one way person. If you dish it out, you got to be able to take it in return.
Yeah.
And and some of people's, some of the young guys are learning that you got to have thick skin. Because if you don't have thick skin, and I find out something about it, I'm gonna fuck with you. And it's just like I was taught when I came on. We look for reasons, look for things that, okay, let's see what bothers this person.
Yep.
And as soon as you find it, everyone zeroes in on it, and next thing you know, you see him on the bay floor walking around mad. Like, oh, shit,
James Kelly said the same thing the other day whenever we had him on. He's like, he goes, I think everybody just needs thicker skin.
Yeah.
Everybody's too easily offended.
Exactly. And it seems like that. We're a kinder, gentler fire department now. If you say something to hurt my feelings, I'm gonna run telling you. And it's not back when the olden days where, even when time we came on, let's go out back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, let's
we'll just go handle
this
this
we'll go
right
handle
now.
it and come back, and now, it's let's go out back, but then when come in, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
It's like
World star. World star.
I mean, it's certain things that's happen. It's like you can't be the aggressor and then you want to run and tell. Come on, don't be a little bitch. Get some thicker skin. But we are kind of a gentler fire department, and it's. I understand we change it with time, and you're trying to get away with you're trying to push away from some of the old shit that used to happen in activities and trends that used to go on. You're trying to get away from that, but still need some fucking thicker skin.
Yeah. Where's the line at though? Because some of that it's healthy. My personal opinion, I think it's a healthy bonding thing that happens. The picking on each other and the do it to a certain level. Now, like you said, some of the stuff that used to go on.
Yeah.
Okay, that was just
Somebody's getting weighed.
Yes, that is exactly what I was thinking.
Oh, yeah.
That's just ridiculous, and I don't know why that was ever a thing.
Because it's funny.
But I mean, they're not gonna. I don't know if your parents ever told. They're not gonna pick on you if they don't like you.
Bullshit.
They hate me. No.
Well, some of it's true, and then some of them pick on because they don't like it.
Yeah, some of them pick on you because they're just dicks. But by and large, that's not it. But also, I think it's one of those things of, we're always testing each other. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if it's subconsciously or what, but hey, I'm gonna push and poke, and I'm gonna see how much this guy can take, because whenever we're on a call, the shit goes down. I want to know that he's not going to curl up in a ball and cry whenever I need some help.
Yeah.
So and that could be,
You know, because I mean, you have to see where their threshold is and where their limitations are, so that way you know who you're working with. You know, I remember when I was at when we first came on, I was at a slow station, and we had a guy. He got placed there. No, he got bumped there. I'm sorry, he got bumped there, and he was ex-military, and he was on the job, I think maybe a year, maybe a little more than a year. We had a cardiac arrest. So as we were heading into the house, we had the older captain who wasn't EMT. We had a driver who wasn't EMT. Both of them guys had 20 plus years on the job already. So they close to retirement, and they weren't required to have EMT. So me and the other firefighter was EMTs. So I'm pushing him in. I'm like, hey, go. We get to the house. I'm pushing him in. Go. He's like, where's that? And the lady pointed back in the bathroom. So we get back there. There's a dog sitting out front. I still remember this to the day. It's crazy saying about it. Dog sitting out front of the bathroom door. We get the dog to move. I said, open the door. And he's like, I can't open the door. I'm like, dude, open the damn door. And he pushes on the door a little bit more, and then he gets the door open. He's like, there's something blocking us. So reach in there and push his leg. You know, he reaches in there and pushes the leg. And the door swings back, and he flips the light on, and he just slams against the door. He's like, oh, God, he's dead. I'm like, dude, check him. Oh, no, Elliot, he's dead. And I'm like, dude, move. So I checked him. He was cold. He had been there for a while. He died sometime throughout the night. And I'm just turning around. I'm just looking at him. He just got this deer in the headlight looks like, oh, shit. Like, oh, my gosh. You know, and I'm just like, okay. So the captain comes around. He's like, what we got? I say, he's dead. I said, it's obvious validity. You know, he's been there for a while. And then the captain's like, okay. He said, do we need to put the pads on him? I'm like, nah, because that's back in the day when you put the pads on and you had to speak and do all that stuff. I'm like, nah, that's obvious, you know. Yeah. So we waiting for the medic. So the whole time waiting for the medic, I'm just sitting there looking at the guy like, what the fuck? So we get back to the station. They get off the rig. And he's still sitting on the rig with me. And I'm like, dude, we need to talk. He's like, you know, Elliot, man, that was my first dead body, man. I said, really? You was in the military, first dead body? Yeah. I said, man, listen here. I said, it's me and you. I said, Cap and driver ain't gonna do nothing. They're not EMTs. They can't even touch. I'm like, all they can do is maybe CPR. That's about it. I said, but we do everything else. I said, I need you here. So I can't have you freezing up and everything. You know. So when he left that station, he went up north. So fast forward, that was about 14 years later, I see him again at Planet Fitness. And he was, hey, what's going on, Elliot? I'm like, nothing much, man. And everything from the past just pops right in my mind. So I wanted to ask him. I didn't ask him. It was on my mind like, oh, you ever freeze up again?
You got a set of balls yet?
Yeah. But, you know, everyone, once again, is cut differently, you know. We got a new guy on your shift that you haven't met yet. You know, he's frozen up sometimes when he was on B shift, apparently, before I got there. He had froze up a few times, and you know what I'm talking about. You know, there's times that, you know, a couple of accidents where he ended up having to say, hey, guys, I got to go home. This fucked me up. I got to go home. You know, it's like, you know, okay.
One of those accidents was criticism, though.
Yeah, you know, so you have to have thick skin to be on this job, and you got to be willing, to accept everything that comes with this job. This is not a regular job. This is a calling. What we do and what we see, it's not normal for a person to see. A normal person, we'll kind of freak out. Yeah, we're a little crazy. We're all a little crazy. All us firemen crazy in one way or another for us to do the job that we do. You know,
that's why I hate like Thanksgiving. Like they're like, hey, tell us about work. You know, tell us what's going on. Yeah. An hour later, they're like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Stop talking.
Yeah. It's like, you know, when you can't, and I was telling Jeremy before you got here, it's like, as you tell stories to people, and even some of my family back in San Diego, when I do go home and visit, You tell them stories and like, man, you making that up. I can't make this shit up. I'm serious. Can't make none of this up. You know, like people actually call 911 for this. Yeah. Actually call 911 for this. Yeah.
Regularly.
Yeah. We got a logger. So you call the last 3 days, we done been here like 5 times, you know. And have you went to the hospital? Maybe once, but the other 4, for what?
Yeah. We keep records.
Yeah. We're just an expensive Uber,
Yeah.
basically, you know.
Yeah, but so to get back to your point though of talking about, you know, it's a calling and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I think, and I was talking about it last night whenever I was on that Zoom call. I think it needs to be okay for people to go, this isn't for me, and walk away from it.
Yeah.
You know, and obviously there are going to be times where, especially when you're brand new on the job or in whatever field you may be in, that you're going to be put in a situation where it's like, oh shit, I don't know what to do, or I freeze up or something like that. That's going to happen to some people. And then they're going to recover from it. They're going to learn, and they're going to go on and they could have a great career and it'll be fine. Other people, okay, I'm going to freeze up again and again. And you need to realize, take a little time to self-reflect and go, you know what, maybe this job isn't for me. Like I'm doing this already and I'm a year in or I'm 2 years in and I can't handle this stuff. Okay. Hey, thanks for your service. Move on to the next thing. And no harm, no foul.
Yeah. I mean, I understand. But you have some of those, like you said, some of those are able to recover and go on. And yet some of those are like, this may not be for me. He said, but the title of I'm a fireman and women like firemen, you know, some of them will stick it out or stick with it for a little bit just to play that role as I can get women because I'm a fireman. It's not so much that, you know.
Or they figure out.
You got to look at what's best for you because if you're not going to stay in this job long term, if you still, like you said, freezing up, you really got to make some decisions in life because the next major incident may really fuck your mind up.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep.
And that's the thing. But, you know, just like with the JJ's fire, you know, that could have fucked up a lot of people on the job, things that was there. I was one of the first units on the scene because I was in the ambulance that day. You know, we took one of the 3 major critical patients. We took them right to on the plaza. But that could have fucked me up. But I've had a lot of practice before that with different calls, different things, and seeing stuff. You know, like I said, it's the mindset of a lot of people whether you're going to be a good fit for this job or not. And once mindset and thick skin. I mean, those are the 2 things. You know.
Yeah. Well, I think knowing why you're doing it.
Yeah.
You know, and not being, you know, it's a good paycheck, and I've figured out that I can come to the station and not really do anything, and everybody else will carry me.
You got to pull your load.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta pull your weight on there.
I got a question for both you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you. Thick skin, the right mindset for this job. Would you agree, disagree? What would you think if I said at the end of your career, whether it be 25, 32 years, part of you has been sacrificed for the job? Was that a fair statement? Part of you mentally, part of who you are is gone because of what this job does?
I'll let you go first.
No, you go ahead.
No. I would say absolutely. I don't think, and this is my own personal thing, I don't think that you can do this job and be the same person that you were before you started. You just see too much stuff. I mean, because I know before I got in the fire service, like I would watch the news or see whatever and see stuff going on, but it didn't touch me directly. And once I got on the fire department, it was, okay, well, I'm in the middle of that now, you know, and
You are the news.
yeah. And, you know, I wasn't prepared for it 100%. I don't think there's anything you can do to, you know, be 100%, hit the ground running and, you know, you're just golden and nothing's going to bother you or whatever. I think there's going to be an adjustment period. It's just like any other job in that aspect. But yeah, I think seeing the trauma and everything that we see, and like we talked about a couple of weeks ago, the human on human violence that we see and all of that other stuff. Yeah, I think it's going to affect you. It can't not. So, and it will eventually, you'll start to look at the world in a different way. So, and I know before I got on the job, I wasn't super concerned about wearing my seatbelt or, which intersection should I avoid. There's one right up here by the house where I flat told my wife, I said, you are not allowed to drive through this intersection because we run wrecks here every day because there's no stop sign, there's no stoplight, and people are idiots. I said, so don't go through here. Tell your sister, don't drive through this intersection. Go around. Before I got on the fire department, that never would have registered with me. Probably because I may drive through that area and I may see one wreck, but I missed the 10 that happened the 2 days before. So,
Oh shit! Sorry.
no, you're good.
Breaking our new shit.
Hey, you don't fire me. That's why I've been having nice shit.
Yeah.
You break it.
Truckman, we don't fix things.
You tear up.
Elliot smash.
Exactly. Yeah. To agree with Jeremy, yeah, answer your question, yes. 25, 32 years, you're going to be different, from everything that you've seen, participated in, saving lives and, like I said, trauma and everything. Yeah, so you will be a little different, your mindset, your way of thinking, sense of humor, and also, stress-wise, you learn to deal with. I'd say I've learned to deal with stress a lot better now from doing this job, than before. One thing also, once I leave work stays with work. I don't bring situations and stuff that I've seen or been through at home. You always keep those separate. So you can still be kind of the same person at home in regular life. Is it fictitious? I wouldn't say. It's maybe watered down a little bit. Because you really can't. What we do and people see us, you really can't be who you are at home, outside in public a lot of times. So, than I am at work. So I kind of like playing two roles in life.
It seems like it's just a lot of work to maintain who you are. I'd be interested to sit down and maybe talk to somebody's wife that's retired and just talk to them about the evolution of their spouse for the person they married, for the person they were 30 years later. Now, granted, we all grow in experience, but just even in my 5 years on the job already, my optimism and my overall bubbliness has tanked. But my situational awareness, my understanding of reality of a lot of things has greatly increased.
I would say your situation. I mean, not situation, but you said your bubble life tanked.
No, like my overall peppiness. My bubble.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that could be a transition of time that it could come back. You know what I'm saying? You just learn to mold and just define yourself again. Yeah. I mean, you can still have the same bubbles, but once again, it's all about how you handle things, situations, and everything. Like I said, don't take that stress home. Try to still be the same bubbly person. I'm still the same asshole at home as I am at work. That's one thing. It's not going to change. And some people I may not see in a while. They see me, I start fucking with them. Oh man, shit, you still the same. I'm not going to change. While I'm at home or at work, I'm still not. I'm me. It took some time. Because it could be like, wow, what am I really getting into, and stuff that you see, trauma that you see, and especially if we don't have people to talk to. Because sometimes coming home and sharing things with your spouse or your partner, just kind of certain things you kind of want to share and don't want to share, because you don't want them to worry too much, but also you don't want them to question a lot of things. Yeah. So how was your day? Oh, it's great, no problem.
Well, there's
I don't tell them I didn't tell my wife when I was married, hey, I almost fell off a roof. And I don't want you to worry. You know, it's just like, yeah, how was your day? It was active. It was active. That's all I'm
We
saying.
had a great dinner.
It was active, you know. And if they inquire and ask, you know, well, what exactly happened? Do you really want to hear it? I'll tell you. I'll tell you exactly what everything that happened, you know. And then some of the reactions, like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you've seen this. You know, you can be okay with after seeing it. After a while, we get numb to it, you know, because the thing about it is that you got to cut off feelings and emotions because you got a job to do. This person that you're going to help is relying on you to be focused on their problems, their needs, and what's the job at hand. You know, so.
Yeah, well, it's that whole secondary trauma thing. Yeah, because people ask, but they don't really want to know. Yeah. You know, and then it's like, oh, shit, that sounds terrible. Yeah, it was.
You know, I still don't even think they comprehend it then.
No.
It's sometimes you can watch the news, you can hear the stories, but till you see it, it's just different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Till you smell it.
Yeah.
No, I mean, seriously, like, you know, we laugh. I mean, you guys have been on the ambulance a bunch, like GI bleeds, for example. Like, you can tell somebody's story, like, oh man, it was so bad.
Wish Nelson was here for that story.
Yeah, but you know, it's one of those smells that you just never forget.
Well, and I will say this, James, something that you said earlier about your bubbliness, you know, going away and all of that. I think a contributing factor to that may be the whole thing you were talking about earlier, 7 days straight on the ambulance.
Ooh, hush your face. I don't need your opinion.
So here's the thing.
Get some time on the job.
Yeah. This is going to be unpopular probably, and I'm sure we might get some comments from this comment I'm about to make, but stop doing it to yourself. That's the thing. So here's the thing, and this is my opinion. Crucify me for it if you want. But look, you have to take care of yourself.
That is true.
You have to. You have to know what your limit is. And there is not a person on God's green earth that is going to come to the station, jump on that ambulance, and run 7 straight days and it not affect them. Not going to be sleep deprived. You're not going to get angry, crabby.
Unless you have something you're planning for. I can understand if you did 7 days straight because you're planning for a trip, so you want.
Yeah, I went to Utah and Colorado.
I'm working for people, so I don't have to pay them, just trading time, or I'm trying to get this overtime, so I have to put money on this credit card. I can pay everything cash. I can understand that.
See, here's our problem.
But still, 7 days. You need a good night's sleep within one of those 7 days.
Here's our problem. You have a Jeep, so you get it. You have a Jeep, so you get it. It's like we pick expensive hobbies.
Exactly.
Then we're like, oh man, I got to work all this overtime so I can finally get a break from working so much overtime and to take this expensive hobby.
Yeah.
And then like you're doing the expensive hobby that you worked for, and then you're like, oh man, I got to get back to work for pay for this expensive hobby for this. Like, God forbid we just get normal, average hobbies.
Just be moderate with
just
it.
be moderate.
Don't take a 2-week cross-country off-roading trip
And then I got to come
when
work
you ain't
7
got no
days.
money.
Yeah, then I got to come work 7 days and make up that money out of spending that 2 weeks.
Yeah, but I mean,
But I needed the 2 weeks to get over the 7 days I just worked.
Exactly. You know.
Yeah, but so, yeah, we get into that cycle of, okay, well, I'll just work this overtime so I can go do this, or I'll, whatever. But at the end of the day, you got to realize, look, being up 7 straight days is not good for your mental health.
Jeremy, here's another factor, though, too, that kind of, it does bother me because you've all seen it, too. We are helpers at heart.
Yeah,
that's
absolutely
what we want to do. And the people we want to help, even more than the citizens we serve, are our fellow employees.
Yeah.
And from a business perspective, if I'm in management of really any healthcare job, law enforcement, and I don't care about the people, I'm looking at the numbers, I'm going to use that to an advantage. Hey, you really want to leave your buddy hanging? Why don't you pick up the shift, help him out? Your friends need your help. And I've seen it. I've seen it done. And it's, of course we're not going to let our friends down.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden we're completely burnt out because we're trying to solve problems that aren't ours to
So
solve.
is it trying to help them out, or they're trying to shame you?
No, that's what I'm saying. It's shame. Like,
yeah. Is it a shame that maybe I work 48 hours and you saying, well, hey, man, why don't you help your buddy out work a third day? What about my mental health? What about me needing a rest? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And, some people want to lean on that. It's like, I don't mind helping out. Let me get 12 hours. If you can get someone to work a 12-hour shift, I'll work the other 12. But give me a chance to go relax. And what about my days off that I get? You try to shame me to work. That shit don't work. Especially, for young guys, that shit, you can shame some young people. As you get time, as you start to develop more time and get years on this job, shame me? Okay. Y'all figure that shit out. I'm going home, I wish y'all the best of luck, And it's like, with us, we got an 8 o'clock holdover. You got to 8 o'clock whether you decide whether you can stay in until they get the spot filled or leave, unless they put a mandatory hold on her. Some people are like, well, man, you just going to leave and put us out of service? Yeah, I sure am. I'm tired. I got shit to do. I got a life outside this job. Some people, that's all they have is the fire department. That's their life. That's everything. And as they get more years on the job, some of them start to understand this is just not my life. This is something I love to do, but I still have to maintain a life outside of work.
What are you going to do if it goes away? God forbid.
Oh, shit, I'd be retired by then.
No, but God forbid you get injured or the
Exactly.
people that buy it, that's all they have.
Yeah.
What are you going to do when you don't have it?
Well, that's part of life. Hopefully you went to school and you can fall back on something. Or hopefully it's not an injury that is going to take away from your quality of life, that you're able to get out and do things. Those are things that you have to look at, If that does happen, you have to adjust,
Mm-hmm.
God forbid, we have people on a job who's lost some limbs that, they had to retire. Now, their quality of life is different, but, they had to adjust with what they have.
And knowing firemen, we still probably make fun of them because they're missing the lip. Like, hey, what are you doing there, Pega? What's up, hop along?
Hey, yeah. But it's our sense of humor that differentiates us from a normal person, and we use our sense of humor to cover up some maybe the trauma we have seen, or different things in life. We use that humor to get around it, to push it away. But our sense of humor is much different. Someone sits there and fall right in front of me, I'll start laughing. You got people go, oh my gosh, that just fell. Now that shit's funny. Actually, that is fucking hilarious.
Just wait, look it up.
Yeah.
They ain't hurt. I've seen that fall before.
If I know you and you mean something to me, if you fall, yeah, I'm gonna try to catch you.
It's like when you get the patients that are like fake being unresponsive.
I'm glad
I love
I'm
that.
glad you said
Like,
that.
are you going to do anything?
I'm glad you said that.
Nah. No.
We had a patient. We had a patient yesterday, which was kind of tussling with the police over a piece of the car. High on something, obviously. So they walked this patient over to the ambulance, and it's like 3 of us standing around. I'm like maybe from me to Jeremy, and this patient stumbles and comes my direction. Of course, I did the honorable thing. I just moved on out the way. This patient fell hit the ground like, well, I guess we got to get this patient up now and get in the back of the ambulance. I'm not going to catch you. First of all, I don't know you. You high as shit, and you caused a lot of this problem. You're the reason why we're here. And hey, let's pick this patient up and put him in the ambulance. We can sit and have a conversation, patience and everything. Just don't touch me. Don't reach out and grab me, anything like that. I won't touch you.
Everybody wants to do that.
Everybody want to put their hand. I'm gonna go. Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
It's like a Southern Baptist church. Like,
don't fucking touch me. Don't touch me. It's like we could say, why you keep moving? Why you keep trying to touch me? Standing right here. You know what I'm saying? It's just.
I had a guy. Whenever I was working up north up here, one of the stations by the airport, one of the hotels up there, he was stuck in a bathtub.
Oh, shit.
And so we go in there, and I had the, old bunker gear. So I had my suspenders down and just had them snapped in the front.
Yeah.
This dude grabs my suspenders like they're a handle.
Yeah.
And makes the comment, oh, these will make a nice handle, and starts to pull himself up. I'm like,
dude, if you don't let me the fuck
they are not going to hold your big ass.
Yeah.
They have a weight requirement, and you exceed it.
Oh, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. I just don't know what's wrong with people. They just want to reach out. If you don't touch me, we in a pandemic. You gonna touch me? Keep your hands in. There's a reason why I'm wearing a mask and some gloves.
How many times I've just been like, stop what you are doing now.
Yeah.
My absolute all-time favorite, though, has got to be like you were talking about, the fake unresponsive, and then you do the arm drop. It never hits him on the face.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
My favorite will always be like the reaction to when you like sternal rub them or pinch that little muscle in the collarbone. And like clearly they realize they can't fake it through it, so they're like, oh, what happened? I'm like, bruh, you know.
Stop it.
I had one just last C shift. It came in and it came in as like a seizure, and then like the notes just keep getting better on the CAD as we're going there, and it was like patient flailing around the bed, patient speaking in tongues. Patient says he did not molest children. I'm like, now it's just getting weird.
Yeah.
And like he's like flopping in the bed. I'm like, hey man, what's going on? He's like, I'm seizing, and I'm like, no, you're not. And, and his girlfriend's like, what are you gonna do? And I'm like, well, when he's done, we're gonna walk out to the ambulance.
Yeah, it sounds like one of the old medics I know. Ain't nothing wrong with you. Get up on the spot. Oh yeah. Yeah, but like you said,
if you can tell me you're having a seizure, probably not.
Oh no, ain't nothing wrong with you.
Like I love this job, I do, but like there was nothing in the fire academy or medic school that was like, here's how you babysit. It's like here's how you solve all the world's problems, but figure out babysitting on your own because that's majority of what you're gonna do.
Yeah. Huh? And you're going to have that what the fuck look on your face a lot of times. Like, this is why, like, this is what's wrong with me. What the fuck? Are you serious?
I love mask season right now because my emotions are too bad on my face. And many a times, like, as I've been listening to a story from a patient, I make that like,
yeah.
They're like, what? And I'm like, nothing, sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. I got that look. I mean, I wear my expressions on my face a lot of times, and I get that on scenes. People would tell me, Elliot, what? Walk away. Like, what? Just go over there. Just go over there. It's like, you got that, are you fucking serious? Just go. Just go out there. It's like, I'm serious. Like, what the fuck?
I remember I had Chappie's a cat multiple times. He's like, fix your face. I'm like, yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Fix your face.
Fix your face.
I'm gonna go ahead and walk outside because I'm not gonna stop this. Are you fucking serious? Kind of look, And then you have those that's just, I don't know. I hate going. When I was working a lot on the ambulance, we would go to certain calls and you just had people they don't have nobody. The older people, they have nobody, or their family just tired of talking to them because they talk so fucking much. They just talk, and they don't want to hear the stories. And you get there, and there's nothing wrong with them. They just want someone to talk to.
Yep.
And you get in there, well, I was having this pain, but I'm all right now. Okay, well, how are you guys day going? It's like, I'm looking at the medic like, dude, let's get the fuck out of here. And he's just sitting there, just want to talk and conversate with them and everything. And 45 minutes later, dispatch is calling. Are you guys okay? Yeah, we're working on refusal. We've been working on refusal for the last 35 fucking minutes. You just got people just want to just talk. And I wear that look, and a couple of medics said, man, you kind of might want to watch your facial expressions. I'm not watching shit. Dude, there's no reason why we sit here and talk to this patient for 45 minutes. Ain't shit wrong with them. Because it's because they wanted someone to talk to. Which, okay, we're on this call, but, there's people out there who's have more dire needs of emergency.
Yeah. That was a modified duty person outside.
But that was 10 years ago when we didn't have the shortage, the problems we have now. But
and there's two ways to look at that too, though. And I'm not going to say the medics were looking at it one way or the other, but I think there's two ways to look at it. You take that little bit of extra time, talk to them. Maybe they don't call again.
Shit.
But Unfortunately,
Feed a stray cat.
yeah, that's the other end of the spectrum, which I think is more common.
Yeah.
Of you do give them that little bit of extra time,
Yeah.
and then they're going to call again and again and again
Listen,
because they know
Is
they're
that
going
one
to.
medic working? Is James working? He's a great medic. He sat here and talked to me,
Yep.
and I felt so
give-
much better.
Yeah, he held my hand and everything.
If I give 32 years to this job, you best believe I'm using every resource it has available for everything I need after I retire.
Hell yeah.
Oh, I can't get that can? Fire department. Oh, look, the remote's over there. Fire department. Damn, those weeds are getting long. Fire department. Best believe. 32 years, yeah, you helping me.
Oh, yeah.
I am so glad I will be long retired.
You are not lying. You just keep working to help that pension.
Yeah, yeah, you got to go 27. So
Yeah. I can't wait, too. I'll be like, back in my day, boys, our ambulances had diesel. None of this new mineral shit where your ambulances just float around.
it'll be all electric.
We
Before too long.
had Marvelous. You know, y'all
You don't even
just
know.
get in and shit just drives itself.
You don't even know.
We got Tesla rigs and shit.
Oh, well, I mean, if they were self-driving, might cut down on the accidents.
Nah. Hell no.
So I had this weekend I did a wedding, a DJ'd a wedding, and it was for a local police officer here and her husband. Great people. And they did the shoe game where they sit like back to back and you ask a question and like who's the best cook, and they hold up the shoe, either their shoe or their partner's shoe, and I was like, who's the best driver? And she and her husband both raised her boot. And I'm like, I see how y'all total out your damn cars all the time. I was like,
wow.
I ain't buying that shit. So, of course, all the cops were like, hey, that's not funny, man. I'm like, it's pretty goddamn funny.
Oh yeah.
Maybe not the best joke to make at a cop wedding.
I thought it was hilarious.
Nah, you should have a shirt that says God made firemen so police can have heroes.
Yeah.
You should have wore that to the DJ. Listen up, y'all.
So then like during the dancing part, I was like, hey, this next song goes out to all the all the brave brothers in blue here with us tonight. And I played George Strait's Fireman. And then so I'm getting all these like middle fingers from the dance floor. I was just having the time of my life.
Oh, I bet that was a riot.
Well, the best part is her dad is a fire chief in a department just south of here.
Oh wow.
So like him and his couple buddies that were there were like having the time of their life. Like, hey, what's up, chief?
Yeah.
Working on my next job.
But no, it was all fun and it was a good laugh. Sorry,
Yeah.
side note, that wrecking the vehicles made me think of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the other thing too. The public just doesn't get. Like we can laugh about it. We're like, hey, you guys wreck shit all the time. We're like, that's our tax dollars. We're like, yeah, but 90% of the time it's y'all motherfuckers that crash into us.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. It's my tax dollars. It's my tax dollars too. Because I pay taxes too.
Yeah, I actually pay my motherfucking taxes.
Exactly. I've
City, make sure of that.
in my career, I've had some people, while we at the grocery store, come up and say, this is my tax dollars spent very well right now. I'm like, you know what? Mine's too. I pay taxes just like you do. Anything else? It'll get you and go away. Well, does the city pay for your meals? Nah, we come in the morning, we put money down, we come with the menu, and we go to the store. Simple as that. The city, the only thing the city pays for is my paycheck and the rigs. Yeah. I use a lot of electricity at work. I use a lot of water.
Let me tell you about all these PlayStations that need powered.
When y'all motherfuckers ain't got power, we got power.
Yeah, you'd be surprised how common that is. Because I've had that happen to me too, of just people come up and be irate.
Yeah.
At the grocery store of, why are you in here?
Yeah.
Well, we work for 24 hours and we got to eat. Well, the city pays for your meals and they cater your food and like just the weirdest asinine shit that I don't know where these people get this shit from.
Yeah, and that's usually time I got to walk away because then the smart ass comes out. If you come in with a smart ass comment or a jab, I'm a jab back, and you're probably gonna be mad, because it's gonna be a smart ass smart back, and you can probably look at me, and then we can go ahead and that smart ass comment. So a lot of times when people in grocery stores come up and say something, usually a captain's there or the driver's there or another fireman, I just look and I just walk away because at that point it's like smart ass kicks in. Ding. It's like
you
let
gotta
me walk
be,
away.
you gotta be professional. Yeah, you gotta be professional.
Yeah, so
Elliot.
it's like, okay, I gotta walk away from here, especially when it's a dumbass comment. It's like, yeah, let me walk away.
Like, listen, Karen.
Yeah, my smart ass comment, my smart ass meter is just running. It's just flicking and turning. So it's like, yeah, I think I need to walk away. Or you gonna see it on my face. It's like, what's wrong with you? You really don't want to know.
I've done that too, and there's been calls where I've like popped back and I'm like, hey, Chief, you're going to be getting a phone call.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you got these people, you got some citizens out here who believe that we're there to kiss their ass. And that's the mindset of quite a few. And it's like,
Save it, yeah.
Yeah,
Kiss it,
motherfucker,
hell
you
no.
called me. It's not like we just thought, hey, ding, this person has a problem. We need to come to you. We come to you. You call, we're here. We're trying to get the information, but you want to be an asshole to us, a smart ass. Okay, well, I'll be a smart ass back. I'm going to call and tell on you. I don't give a fuck who you call and tell. Bottom line, matter of fact, my captain's right there. Tell him. I don't care. But if you're going to be a smart ass to me, I'm going to be a smart ass back, and then it's probably time for me to remove myself from the situation. Yeah, y'all handle this. I'm going to go ahead back out.
I will say this conversation had to be had about 6 months ago between your old station and my current station.
Oh, shit.
Where do you work? Right up at this station up at, right up here. And apparently they were doing it too. And so, like, when they were getting complaints, they didn't know where they were from. And so, like, each representative battalion chief had to come out in their station like, hey, own it and stop blaming it on that station.
No. That shit doesn't happen.
It was, well, I mean, if you look at, like, the medics on both shifts, really on all three shifts, they're all six of us. We ain't taking that shit.
Yeah.
Hey, be nice, be professional.
We are. Just when we're not, it's 29's fault.
Yeah, exactly. What station you at? Just 29, sure. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm going to call and complain. You do that. I don't give a fuck.
Well, like, it's kind of gotten out of control.
Yeah.
Because, like, even when people are like, I want to bake cookies, like, hey, 16%, come on up. Oh, okay, thank you.
Yeah.
And then, like, the problem is then we'll run them again. And they're like, oh, did you guys get the cookies? And we're like,
No.
and then one time Daryl was like, yeah, we got them. I'm like, oh, yes. I'm like, we completely forgot we sent them there.
Oh, yeah.
That goes back to the little fuck games that we play.
Oh, yeah. Yes, you got to have them.
Yeah.
It breaks up to everything. You got to have some fun.
Like, if you're Joe Public and you want to yell at us for acting like 12-year-olds on a daily basis.
Yeah.
That's what you can yell at us for.
Yeah. But, don't yell at us because you fucked up. I'm just pissed off. Okay, but why yelling at us? We're just here to help you.
Yeah.
Did I stick my head in that?
Exactly.
No, I did not stick my head in that.
Yeah.
You stuck your head in
Did
that.
I wreck my motorcycle for the second time in 3 months? No, I didn't.
Exactly.
So, Consequence Bus says all your stuff's getting cut off.
Exactly.
Sorry you spent a lot of money on your protective gear that.
You don't know how to ride.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, but yeah, it's funny.
I do too. Like, I'll pull up. The calls, like, you just walk in the house and they start yelling. I'm like, all right, see you later.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not staying here.
You just gonna leave me here? Yeah.
Yeah. You cannot
Until you
make
calm
me
your
stay.
ass now. We're just gonna leave. But I mean, yeah. But it's you just to have those out there is just. I don't know if they're just miserable in life or what the fuck's wrong with them, but they just want to complain.
Well, I think we're kind of at the point in our society where people don't know how to handle their problems.
911. He's just like,
Yeah.
I got a headache. You call 911 for a headache. How old are you? I'm 38. What have you done in the past when you had a headache? Eat something, take some aspirin, and lay your ass down. What the hell you call 911?
Did you do anything yet? Yeah. No.
How long has it been going on? Like 3 days. So have you gone to work? Yeah, I've gone to work. Why didn't you get in your car and drive to the hospital? Because most of them think if you go by ambulance that you're going to get a bed immediately once you get in the ER. Nah, your ass going out. In the
triage.
You can be sitting out there. Then be mad and say, "Well, I could have just stayed at home."
Yeah.
You could have,
Yep.
but you want us to bring you, and now you got this ambulance bill, and now you can be sitting out in triage until they're ready for your ass.
There is nothing I love more than the patient's reaction on their face when you're to whatever appropriate hospital it may be, and you wheel them there, and those doors open, and they see the waiting room. You're like, all right, here you go, and they're like,
Yeah,
what?
Yeah.
I don't get to go in the back.
yeah.
I'm just like,
Nope. Find a seat.
Why I'm not going in the back? Because it's not a life-threatening situation.
because you fine. That's why I got a bigger headache than you dealing with your ass right now.
Exactly. But once again, it's like I pay tax dollars. Y'all should kiss my ass. Even the hospitals, y'all should kiss. I pay insurance. You can kiss my ass. No, they shouldn't have to. Act like a damn adult. Go in there. This is what's wrong with me.
Well, let me ask you guys this question though: how do we fix that? How do we fix
I'll tell
that
you,
part
we
of the
Can't fix
system?
stupidity.
The
There's
day-
a lot of stupidity out here that
The day healthcare kind of went to shit is the day that we made pain an objective, relative, treatable thing. Truthfully, that and when we gave people we decided to give, especially in hospitals, we decided to base profit and money off of surveys. Don't like that your headache wasn't prioritized more than that person that was shot. 0 out of 10 stars. Mm-hmm. And now hospitals don't get money for it. So you almost have to kiss everybody's ass to stay financially relevant. Unfortunately, we can't survive like that.
But in today's society, you got people. You want them to kiss your ass, and if they don't kiss your ass, then they're gonna complain, and then, well, I didn't get great patient care, so then I want to go back and it's a sue society, and that's where we have gotten.
Bunch of yelpers.
Yeah, my feelings are hurt, so now I'm gonna sue you because you hurt my feelings. Once again, go set the balls, grab some thick skin. But that's what we have gotten to in society. So to fix that,
No. Tell them the word no.
You just got too many stupid ass people that do dumb stuff. Just trying to fix it. Can't fix stupidity. You can try to reteach it, but then again, they really won't learn. Yeah. But instead of just relying on simple things that you did growing up, and bring those to the table when you're an adult. This today's society. Fuck it. I don't feel good. My stomach hurts. Call 911. Okay, we get there. What's wrong? Oh, it's been bothering me for a couple of days. So what's different now than when it started? Oh, nothing. Still the same. 3 days later, it's still the same. But today I just can't bear it with it. You want us to take you to the hospital? No. I want you guys to take me to the hospital. I want you guys to see if I'm okay. Well, we don't have x-rays. We can't see, look at you. Okay, everything's great. You got to go to the hospital. Well, I don't want that bill. Okay. All right.
Funny.
So what do you want us to do? Your vitals look fine and everything, Well, it hurts right here. Okay, so maybe you should go to the hospital. I don't know. You guys think I'm going to be okay? Yeah, you can be okay.
It hurts right here when I push on it. Don't push on it.
Yeah. Don't lay on that side. Yeah, you'll be okay. Yeah. You'll be all right.
Just don't do that, and you're good.
But that's where we have gotten in society. Or, hey, back in the day, once again, you have those patients that just, there ain't nothing wrong with them. They just want to go to the hospital. Basically, it could be over here off of Myers, 66 in Myers, and they need to get down to Truman Hospital Hill. Don't want to wait on the bus. The bus take too fucking long. Go to call an ambulance. I don't feel it well. I'm having some back pain, so where you want to go? Research is right down the street. Let's go take me, Truman.
Or the bus
Really?
stop right across the street. The bus,
Yeah.
literally every hospital has a bus stop right across the street.
And what happens? You take them in there, take them to triage. You're probably in there like 5 minutes. They right out the back, right out that door. They just need a ride. That's it.
That's why I just don't do it. Like, hey, can you take me this? I'm gonna walk you across the street.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to go back there. Kick me out. I wonder why, but that's where we're going if you want to go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
And then they're like, fine, take me over there. No, walk your ass over there.
Yeah, you're right here. You walk from over there to here. walk your ass back because I see the bracelet on your arm that you got from the motherfucker. So just walk on back over there. You know? But it's just, I mean, I don't know. It's funny, a lot of things, but it's also a serious, crazy society with all the stupid shit that's going on. So, I mean, but I don't know if people are just getting dumber and dumber or.
I think so.
Yeah. You know,
I mean,
no
truthfully, like, for the same reason I think people are becoming worse drivers because we're coming out with more things to enable bad driving.
Yeah.
Like, oh, look, I have a backup camera. Use your damn mirrors. You know, just shit like that. Like, oh, everything I need and my attention is right here, and I have no situational awareness or no understanding of problem solving.
Yeah.
Unless Google tells me to. What's Google say? Always. You're probably dying, call 911.
Yeah.
Okay.
WebMD is the worst fucking thing ever. Just people stop using it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think it's people are more reliant on outside sources for just basic day-to-day stuff.
Problem solving.
No critical thinking.
No critical thinking and no problem solving. And what's the go-to? It's call 911.
Yeah.
Because they'll come and fix it.
Yeah.
You know, somebody's going to come.
Supposedly come fix it.
Yeah. Well, and
I'm
the
going to come
thing,
tell you no.
well, the thing is, they call 911. Somebody's showing up.
Yeah, and they would be able to either fix it or give me an answer.
Yeah.
Yeah. But truthfully, we can't give them the answer that they really need to hear. You're a dumbass. You know. you know.
No.
I mean, we really can't give them that. We can't give them that answer. But you got to look. You got to be the civil. Like, okay, I'm concerned about you and this and that. Well, in the whole state of mind, you're a dumbass. You know. Bottom line. You know, just like matter of fact, here the other day. Matter of fact, C shift was working. We had that smoke in the house, automatic alarm in the house. We took it to pumper.
Yeah.
We get off there, and apparently the boyfriend was cooking or some shit like that in the oven, and the oven smoked up the whole house. The alarm system calls. Lady's phone. Lady never answered the phone. They too busy trying to get smoke out. We get there, open the door. What are you guys doing here? Well, fire alarm.
You tell us.
So the alarm company, oh, I don't have my phone with me. She goes back. Maybe that's why I should have answered the phone and told them, you're a dumbass. You're a dumbass. You know. Well, it happened before. You didn't thought about picking up the phone when they called the first time. Did they call you? Yeah. Well, they probably called to make sure everything okay. Do you need the fire department or whatever? Keep your phone on, you dumbass.
Yeah. And how about don't use your smoke alarm as a timer to cook with?
Exactly. Well, we get that a lot. In homes, in apartments, there's just some people just, oh my gosh, I just gotta use that. Oh, food's done. The alarm's going off, It's,
woke me up from a nap.
It's Cajun style.
Yeah.
It's fine.
scrape the top of it. It'll be better. Get all that burnt shit off. You can still eat the bone underneath. Yeah.
Or like, what really makes me mad on top of all that's people that like didn't want to get stupid with us.
Oh, yeah.
Like I just shared a meme on my Facebook yesterday. It was, that scene in The Campaign where Will Ferrell looks over at Zach Galifianakis and he's like, "Welcome to the fucking show." Like, literally, I was like, whenever your drunk patient wants to fight the fire crew, the 4 cops, and the ambulance crew on scene.
Oh yeah,
That dude will never. Like this. Here's the one thing we don't get to do: is get a little brouhaha. And you decided you want to start one. Mm-hmm. Welcome to the fucking show.
Yeah. Well,
how do you want this show to end? Because we're gonna walk away, but you're gonna be in some pain going to the hospital.
You're gonna be on that cot. Whether or not you're tied to it is up to you.
Yeah.
I made the comment yesterday that, whenever you're dealing with, a government entity or large corporation or something like that, and you want to apply logic and common sense, it doesn't work. But it's also the same in that situation too. By and large, for most people, if they would just apply logic and common sense, most of this shit, we'd never get called.
Yeah.
Would you say that it's a generation thing, this generation, or would you say it's just a dumbass people thing?
I both. generation, like my generation and younger, were just stupid. And then the generation like right before us, we're pushing that stupidity on back. Like, I'm telling you, it's these phones. Like, the minute you get on here and you get a Facebook, like, you're done. Like, you'll just lose some brain points automatically. As much as I love Facebook, we all post on it. Like, because, I mean, there are 50-year-olds, 40-year-olds that we run these stupid calls, and I'm like, all right, let's talk this through. Step 1. Step 2. Okay. Step 3. Oh.
Yeah.
Bruh. Come on now.
Life lessons that you should learn. Who raised you?
Like, I don't see no caves here. Did you come from a cave?
I think to answer your question, I think it's more prevalent with the younger generation. But like Moran said, I think it is bleeding up.
Yeah.
You know, because I mean, we see, you know, we run elderly people and all, and I think we've always done that. I think we do it more now than we did before. But yeah, I think it's got to be something about the way that people are raised now. You know, going back to that critical thinking thing. It's not instilled in children, maybe.
You know, I'll give you an example, and I will take full responsibility for this. I did this. I fucked this up, and I have to own it, okay? I showed my grandpa TikTok. Now, you know what I have to say almost every day? Get off TikTok. Stop.
He's making videos now, ain't he?
I fucked this up, and I have to own it.
Yeah.
I did it.
You probably got a TikTok girlfriend or something.
Now what's he do all the goddamn time? He's got his face in TikTok. And I'll just hear him swiping through and hear him start chuckling. I'm like, get off.
I know a captain that's all he does is TikTok. He TikToks at home. He TikToks at the station. It's like he comes in. He works overtime at my station quite a bit. And he'll come in and it's like, do what you're doing. You know, doc. TikTok, doc. That's what he's doing. I mean, he's just on there all day. You can see him out on the bay floor. He's just sitting there with his phone. He's just laughing. Just, and I'm just like, man. He'll go in his office. He'll go on TikTok, watching these girls on TikTok, doc. Look at his videos. It's like, oh my gosh.
There's something too. I will say this, and I'll take it even one step further. I think some of it has to do a little bit with like geographical location and culture. I've noticed since I moved my grandpa up here, and everything was within 5 minutes, his just ability to problem solve and resource find and do different things that he did. Now, granted, he's getting older too, but like when I was down in BFE, Missouri, like there was just, you had to do more to get things compared to how you had to up here. I think you just get stagnant and lazy in more urban areas when everything is there at your fingertips. I've noticed too. So.
Yeah, I wouldn't disagree with that.
I'm sure if we just moved everybody from rural areas in the city, I'm sure it would be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be like, fuck it, I'm going to fix this pothole myself. It's been here for 3 weeks.
And I'm put it on TikTok so everyone can see what I did.
Yeah.
Fixing potholes.
Yep. Do it for the gram, baby. Do it for the gram. But yeah, like whenever I would go back home to Louisiana, I mean, never heard anything about Facebook or Instagram or TikTok or anything like that. It's like, what are you doing? Out working. I got shit to do.
Man, have you checked on your family down there, make sure they're okay with all that?
I haven't yet. So where the family that I have,
member you are.
the family. Well, let me explain why.
It's Louisiana, they all right.
Let me explain why. Everybody's got a boat. They're fine.
Side note, though, 'cause we're going to talk about this. The fucking mayor of New Orleans and your damn governor down there had the nerve to say, we don't find evacuations necessary at this point. We need you all to trust the new levee. I ain't never seen so many middle fingers on the way out of the state of Louisiana in my life.
Wow.
So where my family is that I have in Louisiana is on the west side and north. So, I mean, they might get some rain or whatever because this hurricane is more New Orleans and on the east side of the state. So the only time it's really concerning for the area that I grew up in is if the hurricane moves closer to Houston and goes up the Sabine River Pass.
Okay.
Which the hurricane after Katrina, which was Rita, I think, that's what happened, and it devastated that area.
So all these hurricanes are named after women.
Because they fuck shit up.
Well, Ida's going through there right now.
Yeah, yeah.
Is it? I just desperately want like the worst hurricane in U.S. history to be named Karen. Like Karen's destruction. Yeah. Are you fucking surprised?
Well, let's see. So it's Ida, so the next one will be a J and then a K. So you got a chance for this year.
Oh, come on.
Hurricanes are getting stronger, man.
But I want it to like hit New York. Like,
No, you don't.
yeah, I do. Or like where's somewhere that's just full of Karens? Florida, I guess.
California.
It's like
Yeah, we got a lot of Karens.
I'm gonna need it to work its way up the California coast. I know it ain't never been done before, but I need it done.
Well, they call them typhoons out in the Pacific. It's not a hurricane; it's a typhoon.
Typhoon Karen.
Shit.
I just know that every guy right now with an ex-wife named Ida is just like, yup.
Yeah, they're fucking shit up.
I knew it.
Well,
right.
Elliot, brother, thank you.
Man, thank you. It's been a pleasure, man. This has been a pleasure.
Tell all your friends.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Put it on. Since we bashed Facebook for 30 minutes, let's make
put
sure
that
you
shit
spread it on the internet.
Yeah. Facebook, Instagram, Snap.
All that shit we bitched about, make sure you use it.
Yeah. Fucking social media. It's the devil. Hey, don't forget to click on that link.
yeah, like that motherfucker.
Yeah. Hit the bell to subscribe. Yeah. Just be total douchebags.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for coming, man. We
Man,
appreciate
thanks for
it.
the invite, man. I appreciate it. Like I said, first one ever, man. And, let her do it again sometime. This
absolutely.
Good round table talk,
Yeah,
always great.
Next time we have you back, we'll have to make sure that Nelson is here.
Oh, yeah.
So
Oh, yeah.
maybe you'll be able to convince him to do the truffle shuffle.
Pay him in peanuts and peanuts, Hostess ding dongs and fucking Twinkies.
Savage.
And on that note, thanks everybody for stopping by. Like we end every episode, if you are having a problem, there are resources out there. Reach out. If you know somebody that's having a problem, talk to them, let them know what's out there for them. So thanks for stopping by.